Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Temtem's Arbury update and the patch notes associated with it. Now, just a heads up off the bat, the update's not out just yet. It did get delayed by a couple hours just because there's an issue that they're trying to iron out. When it does come out, though, we will be streaming it right away. I've got all the stream stuff set up and ready to go. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, do so you can get notified when I do start streaming so you don't miss out. Or you can just check my channel page over and over again. Up to you. Regardless of that, we're going to be reading through all the patch notes and sort of talking about what the community is saying about different aspects of them. And yeah, let's get into it. So important notice, this update represents the first patch of the Arbury cycle. We plan to release another content update during this cycle, including access to some currently closed areas on the archipelago, new features and improvements, and more. So Suki actually had mentioned in the Discord that the first content update after this patch will bring forth the mounting mechanic. So mounting's not coming this patch, but it's supposed to come next patch. This update is fully translated. Enjoy. The patch includes changes to stamina cost and techniques to adjust them for the new max level cap. Please read below for more info. These changes also caused changes in the required levels to learn certain techniques, and then you can read below about that too. We're not going to go through every single balancing update and stuff like that. We'll go through some of the notable stuff though. But this is a big thing. This is a whole new island, Arbury. This is the 6th and last island on the archipelago, of course, besides the mini island that they're planning on adding. With Arbury, you'll get a complete, you get to complete the main campaign, triumphing or not, over Clan Belsoto's top boss once and for all. You'll also be able to complete your Tempedia on this island, except for the last mythical Temtem. So basically, this is the update with the rest of the Temtem -1. 31 new Tempedia entries and access to all other previously but unobtainable Temtem. Yeah, so the Temtem that we've seen but not been able to get, those are in the game now, obviously. Enjoy 34 new techniques, 31 new traits, and 8 new gears. Introducing Kudos. As we mentioned in our little announcement, Kudos are Temtem's take on the achievement systems. They touch upon all areas of the game and are divided into categories. Kudos are tied to Steam's achievements and PS5 trophies, but some Kudos will be internal only, meaning that they're not paired to the external goal. So it's to keep achievements and trophy collectors sane. Yeah, because can you imagine if there's 1,000? I'm obviously over exaggerating, but can you imagine if there's 200? Let's just say Kudos, and then you had to collect 200 trophies for the platinum. That'd be kind of messed up. There are some tough ones. Some Kudos will be retroactive, others won't. Anything locked behind unrepeatable content, like the main story quest, will be retroactive, but you will need to complete some activities again, like Dojo Mastery. Okay, that makes sense. Completing the Kudos will also earn you a prize, but the reward system hasn't been implemented yet. You can complete them now and claim them later. Okay, new items. And if you're not into competitive, there's actually a few that you're gonna like, and if you are in competitive, you're really gonna like some of these. So Coward's Blanket, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this. This is the XP share that should have been the option in general in the last few Pokemon games. While the item is active, the whole squad will receive experience points and TVs from a PvE battle. You already know Coward's Cloak. This one is similar, but it affects the whole squad instead of just one Temtem. Once obtained, you can activate and deactivate it at any time. Learning Aid. While this consumable item is active, the experience points you earn in battle are multiplied by 2. We know that leveling up in Temtem is not in its brightest spot right now, so we hope that this item and the additional change to Untamed experience will help improve the situation a bit. While the item is currently locked behind a certain loot pools, we plan to add easier access to this item in the future with the arrival of the endgame island. Tem Spotter. While this consumable item is active, Untamed Tems will display a special icon on their combat UI if they have one or more stats with 49 or 50 SV. This community suggested item should speed up and facilitate the hunt for good specimens for breeding. Yeah, I like that. I want to know. Okay, so it's a consumable item, so I guess you can imagine it kind of like a repel or Temtem's equivalent. Oh my god, the name is lost on me. Yeah, the name's lost on me right now. But basically, it would act for a certain amount of time and then it would disappear. I think Temtem's repels are based on steps, but you guys know what I mean. There'll be a timer and then it'll go away after consumed. I don't know how expensive it's going to be just yet though. Ignoramus Cloak. This is a gear item that prevents you from receiving experience points or TVs from a battle. So this means if you're TV training, you can put this on one of your Temtem and they won't gain XP. Fruit Smoothies. These are new treats that will increase or remove 50 TVs of a stat. Smoothies are the far Smoothies are so far the most cost-efficient way of training Temtem TVs, and they can be purchased at any time from the new fruit vendor located in Arbury. Spirit's Favor, and the last community suggested item of the batch, Spirit's Favor provides 1 free entry to any mythical lair. They can currently drop from wishing wells, and they'll help with running lairs in a cost-efficient way. X Incubator and Y Incubator Gender Boost Tickets. These items will increase the likelihood of the gender ratios by 50% on any Temtem egg being opened in an incubator. To give an example, if you were to breed a Genki and use an X Incubator ticket on the egg, the offspring would have a 75% chance of being female instead of its usual 50. If you were to breed an Ori and used a Y Incubator ticket on the offspring, they would have a 37.5% chance of being male instead of the usual 25. Okay, that makes sense. After defeating a dojo leader for the first time, you'll unlock a teleporting spot inside the dojo that will allow you to quick travel right to the dojo leader. So, Musa, with his damn pit puzzle, you don't have to do that anymore. You'll just teleport right in front of them. You will be able to sell furniture and cosmetics to NPCs, so long sundresses. We've been working on public API for Temtem. The API will allow the community to create an even better tool and more accurate data. It will feature several endpoints that will replicate a lot of the data that was previously exclusive to the game. With this, creators will be able to create multiple tools ranging from TMR leaderboards or real-time. Oh, that's cool. So they're making it more open to the community. I like that. We've implemented a new system to make Temtem load faster and take up less memory. In the past, Temtem allowed the engine to shoulder the responsibility of loading everything when you walked into a new zone. This system will make sure we only load what's needed and progressively making loading time shorter and asking less of your machine. Definitely good. Cosmetics and furniture will now have a colored label showcasing their rarity. Okay, and then there's rarities ranging from gray to green to blue to purple to orange. Currently, a rarity doesn't have an effect on its usage or effect. As an additional accessibility feature, you'll now be able to move your character by clicking on the minimap with a mouse. Yes! I can play lazy now. The game will automatically detect the best route, and the player will move to that route. Yay! Since the main... I'm probably not going to use it, though, since I use a controller, but that's definitely good. I can play lazy sometimes. Since the main story can be completed now, credits have been added to the game. A highly emotive moment for us. Okay, this is actually something I want to talk about for a second. I was under the impression that... the Arch Tamers or whatever, we don't know if these guys are in the game or not, but I was under the impression that like the Archipelago League, whatever it's going to be called in Temtem, would be like the last thing before the credits roll. Now I'm not 100% sure. Is the credits going to roll after you beat the boss, or is the credits going to roll after you beat the league, or is the league going to be a post-game thing? So we're definitely going to find out later today, but something of note. You'll now see the top 5 people streaming Temtem in game. Maybe you'll discover your new favorite Temtem streamers through this. Oh, now when using Steam's big picture mode with a controller, a virtual keyboard will open once you've required input text. This will also change. This will also allow Steam Deck users to use a virtual keyboard when needed. That's good because I'm waiting for my Steam Deck still. So you'll now see the top 5 people streaming Temtem in the game lobby. I wonder how they managed to do that. That's interesting. And I wonder how they decide who the top 5 is. Is it based on... Okay, we're going to have to find out how we can get up there, you know? We've added animations to 7 previously known techniques and most of the new ones. And then we got a bunch of improvements. We've improved the usability of technique courses. In the Temtem details, the current learned technique section is now divided into 2 categories. The one with all the previously learned techniques via leveling and eggs. Okay, but there's a new technique course category. So there's 3 now. Okay, cool. A new setting, hold to run away from battles. It will force you to long press or triple press the run button to successfully leave. This is so you don't mess up. The Tem Essence Vial's current state is now displayed on the minimap. That's very good. Consumable items with a specific duration are now displayed next to the minimap. Another good one. Consumable items like sense, those are the repels, or pheromones will now show a confirmation message before using 1 extra unit before your time is up. You'll be able to concede during the final battle of a lair when faced against a mythical Temtem. This should help with very specific niche situations in which the player is soft-locked in the battle. You can now click co-op partner avatar in the HUD to open the interact menu. The Temtem squad in the bottom left of the HUD are now clickable with a mouse, and it will open that Temtem's details. You'll be able to see the path that you're following on a drawn-out minimap. That's with the clicking stuff. We've added a confirmation message before you give a Temtem to an NPC. Hopefully no more... Oh, no. Oh, no. People are giving away their Lumas. A new tutorial will pop up after you receive Temtem from Ocelotl, so the evil people who skip all dialogue can understand what's going on. Yeah, we're pretty evil. Please note that users who have already completed this part of the story campaign may have tutorial displayed randomly with another dialogue. Sorry, there's no escaping. After choosing their action for the turn, tamers can now open the battle log while waiting for their opponent's actions. Oh, okay, that's good. I'm glad they added that. Because I think it was before you had to it had to be during a normal turn phase where like nobody's selected, where you haven't selected yet. Performance fruits and derivatives have been unified into a backpack folder. Some settings in the video section of the settings won't be applied until they're confirmed in a new pop-up. We polished and improved the base animations you can pick from character creation. We got some people here that received new upgraded models. Climbing has been polished with mouse movement. Movement on stairs. Okay, all NPCs will now have their avatars shown during dialogues. And the rest of it's just kind of like small little technical things. Now, we'll talk a little bit about balance here, and then if you guys want me to go through all of these fixes, I don't think you do. All the interesting stuff's at the top, but anyway, we'll talk a little bit about balance. So the level cap has been increased to level 100. There won't be any more cap increases. No more redoing TVs. Yeah, that was another reason why I stopped doing competitive, was because I knew I'd have to redo the TVs every new cap. So I was like, I don't know, like I'll wait. So now you can. We've adjusted the experience provided from battles against untamed Tems to match that of battles against NPCs. Effectively, this means that untamed Tems gives 50% more experience than they did before. This should help with the experience situation along with new Tems. What do they mean by untamed Tems? Like if it's a Temtem you've never caught before? Or just that it's a wild Temtem? I'm not sure. We have reset TMR and TMR peak in order to give both competitive ladder a fresh start. Yeah, that's good. Like some people might feel like that's not good, but if you think about it, like I get it. Like before there wasn't the full roster, now there is. So it wouldn't make sense to have all of the stuff from the previous, like all the stats from the previous build, which was completely different. So I get that. Untamed Koish have been added to different spawn locations on every island. Their typing will depend on the island that they're spawning on. That's cool. A Scarawat spawn zone has been added to the Windward Fort. Barnshee spawn rate at Windward Fort spawn zone has been increased to 10%. Dojo pools have revisited and readjusted to add new radars. Other pools have been revisited too. Dojo rematches have been revisited. Okay. Mythical lairs have also been updated. The formula for weekly and daily quests has also been adjusted. And we got some Temtem stuff. So Rolder, the Earth Rhino, if you don't remember, it gets 51 in stamina now. Karin's getting an update to 45. Genki, Botanophobia, and Cold Nature have been removed. Oh, that's good. Because it used to take extra damage from nature. Resistant and Inductor are its new traits. Interesting. Lodal gets 51 in stamina. Level changes due to the stamina costs. We've made changes to stamina cost of techniques to match everything leveling up. This meant many Temtem end up having techniques that would cause overexertion by a single technique. To prevent this from happening, we've redistributed the levels that some Temtem learn certain techniques, so they learn said techniques when their level is enough to guarantee at least one use without overexertion. This change has not affected Temtem you already own, so all the Tems... Okay. Since it's a very long list, we compiled it here. So these are all the different moves and stuff. I'm going to leave the patch notes linked in the description so you guys don't have to like listen to me read every single thing. But they did do some changes to traits. So we got Mithratism. In addition to its previous effect, Temtem with this trait will now take 20 less damage from toxic techniques. Deceit Aura. It will no longer count the turn when the Temtem with this trait is swapped in. Rested. It will no longer count the turn when the Temtem with this trait is swapped in. Voodoo. It will now redirect towards the enemy to 65% of the damage. Okay. Oh, and then there's a gear. There's a little evil gear right here for you guys. Everybody's talking about this. When attacking a rival Temtem with a physical or special technique, if the holder deals less than 20% of the max HP of the target Temtem, the holder gets an increase in all of these stats. Okay, so let's read that again. When attacking a rival Temtem with a physical or special technique, if this Temtem that you're attacking with does less than a fifth damage to your opponent, you get extra defense, extra special defense, and extra speed. So this is like the tank dream, okay? This is like Blissey levels of stall right here. It's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely interested in this slingshot. It's definitely gonna be pretty cheese. Oh, it's gonna be good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the stuff, guys. This video, there's a lot of patch notes. This video ended up being much longer than I expected. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I'm sorry if my voice is off. I'm actually sick. So yeah. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on stream. Bye.